for that, we are going to bring in former Deputy CENTCOM Commander and retired Vice Admiral Mark Fox. Mark, great to see you today.
Glad to be here.
So we just heard Aisha Hasni talking about it. Public support for this war is starting to wane little by little. Obviously, there's been a lot of whiplash recently. We're close to a deal, then we're not close to a deal. We're going to bomb them, then we're going to hold off. The president has said he's okay taking it slow here because the ceasefire is largely holding and it's saving lives. But in your opinion, how long should he let this negotiation process play out?
Well, you know, the president has been remarkably patient in a very, very big decision here. He took a very politically unpopular stand to go ahead and set the objectives in this war against Iran, with the primary piece being that Iran not have the capability of having a nuclear weapon. That hasn't changed, and so that's a fundamental requirement, I think. I don't think the president's going to make a bad deal out of this thing, and so it's a good question. When do we go back into full-scale combat operations? I don't know, but I don't see any way that we can go forward with this regime and not have further combat operations.
One of the president's biggest red lines, obviously, has been the fact that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And to achieve that goal, he says they're not going to be allowed to keep their enriched uranium. He was asked about that this morning. Take a listen.
We're negotiating, and we'll see. But either we're going to get it one way or the other. This is the nuclearization of a country that some people would say is somewhat crazy, and we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all it is. We can't let it.
Mark, if Iran doesn't hand over its enriched uranium in some sort of a deal here, realistically, how does the U.S. get it?
Well, number one, it could be at the very, very bottom of a big pile of rubble to begin with. And I think that would be the start of that process. I don't see any reasonable way to put people in there and bring it out by force. Maybe if the regime collapses, the next regime would choose to give it up. But that's an unknowable right now. I think the main thing, the Strait of Hormuz must be open for freedom of navigation, period, dot. And we should ensure that the steps that we take make that happen. So this is it's a very interesting situation. The president's being patient, and he's taken a politically unpopular stance before, and I think he's got a way ahead. I don't know what it is. This president is unconventional, he's unpredictable, he's unorthodox, but he's also the one who makes the final call. He's the backstop of this whole deal.
Got about 30 seconds left here. Final question. In your opinion, who has benefited more from this ceasefire? There's these reports that Iran has been taking this time to rebuild their arsenals and dig out some of their missiles. Your final thoughts?
I have no doubt that we have used this time well, both to refurbish and resupply our magazines, and also do some very, very deep and additional looks into the intelligence world. I would expect that if we go into another phase that we'll be very well postured for that.
All right, got to leave it there. Vice Admiral Mark Fox, great to see you, and thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.